this video has to do with, will the ketogenic diet make you fat? Because here's my reason for saying that. And I suspect many of you are thinking the same way, because when I'm planning out these videos, I'm going back in time to when I first started, and I'm looking at different things and remembering what it was like, because my whole point is to try to prepare people for the transition, because my true belief is that through a process, ketogenic nutrition is gonna be introduced to our population slowly, because it's really difficult to understand or comprehend the fact that our medical community has told us that fat has been the enemy for all these years, or at least that was what I understood it to be. And it was supposed to be low fat was the right way to go. And my diet history, or my weight gain and weight loss history over time, always included the low fat diet. If you ever mentioned anything about high fat, I would run for the hills. So when I first was introduced to keto, the idea of eating high fat foods, like even things as simple as olive oil and butter and different like dairy products, and they say get full fat, and I'm like, what? So it's kind of like I was fearful of eating fat because I was afraid to get fat. So this video is straightforward and plain and simple. Is, will the ketogenic diet make you fat from eating all the fat? And it's a two-part answer, and this answer that I'm going to give you is from my own experience. There's studies out there, and I continue to encourage you to look at it. Look at the studies for yourself. Look at different credible resources and references like Dr. Phinney. He's really good, Stephen Phinney. He specializes in ketogenic nutrition for medical issues, to heal people with different medical issues. And he gives a beautiful talk. I'll put it in the description down below so that you guys can look at it for yourself and make an informed decision about what's right for you. And as I always say in my videos, please make sure you check with your healthcare provider to make sure that your medical situation is cleared so that you can do this. But back to, will keto make you fat? The answer is, if it's followed properly, you'll lose weight. And in fact, you will lose fat if it's followed properly. And when I say that, I mean the idea of having unlimited nutrition that's fat, unlimited, because out there on the internet, there's a lot of misinformation that I've learned in my experience that is not correct. Like having unlimited fat is not good for so many different reasons. The list is endless, so I don't want to get into that list, but the thing is, there has to be a limit on the intake of fat and nutrition that we're doing. No matter if you do low fat, no matter if you do low carb, you have to have a limit. There has to be a cap on it, because you'll gain weight if you don't have it. And that's simple logic. There's no rocket science there. But the idea that you could eat unlimited fat and unlimited is out the door. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the truth is the truth. And the thing is, if keto is followed correctly, you should be able to lose body fat, lose weight, and be healthier. Now, but on the other hand, here's a kicker for you. I'm a very good cook, and I'm almost like a gourmet cook. I can put stuff together and it comes out a lot of the time really good, fantastic. My mother was an exceptional cook. I learned from her, and I learned from different friends that were in the food and beverage industry. So I got experimental with keto cooking. There's so many awesome websites out on the internet. There's so many awesome content creators on YouTube that are specialized in keto cooking. So I experimented with cooking and got myself into a little bit of a blip, okay? And, you know, the weight wasn't coming off. And I realized that was too much for me. That whole idea of cooking these special types of substitute foods, whether it was low carb banana bread or lots of different really wonderful things like pizzas and whatever. And it just wasn't good for me because it triggered the phenomenon of craving for me to want more of these things. So what I did was I sort of reeled it back in and then titrated it. And like what that means is I just pulled it back and I got back to basics, and I got back to a regular, simple, easy, does it, easy 1, 2, 3 keto meal plan. And I don't have cravings. I'm not dreaming about food. I'm not sitting in the hallway dreaming about, like, you know, my next meal. It's actually, if you follow keto and you give your body what it needs, I don't crave anything. Like, I eat just what I need. And Dr. Phinney says that you eat to satiation, which means you eat until you're like neutral. You're not bloated, you're not overdone, you're not like ready to like burst, but that you feel content. And because I'm eating healthy fats and I'm eating healthy proteins and I'm eating really beautiful varieties of vegetables and healthy fats, my body is happy as a clam and I'm not craving more of something. So you can gain weight on keto if it's not done correctly. But I assure you, if you do it the right way, you will lose weight and body fat. At least that's my story. And like I said, check with your healthcare provider, make sure that you're okay to do it. And do your own research, look into it, you know, because you can't just take one person's word on the internet. I encourage you to look into this because, as I said, the more that practice is used, the more of the medical community that comes forward to attest that this can be it's proven to be healthy in a lot of cases, like with people with ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia, traumatic brain injury, epilepsy. This nutrition program is very beneficial to heal a lot of medical issues. So in addition to obesity, hypertension, diabetes, so I'm trying to bring forward this information to try to help people, educate people to learn about this, because the truth is our country, the United States of America, has an epidemic of obesity. Go walk into your next supermarket and take a good look at the people in there. It's very alarming. And you know, heart disease continues to be the #1 cause of death in this country, followed by cancer. And, you know, we've got to help ourselves. We have to heal ourselves. There's no reason why we should have 4 out of 10 people in this country that are obese. That's the CDC said that in 2019. Look that up. I mean, it's really incredible. Like, I'm trying to bring forth to help people to get healed and get better because it's very scary. I've been overweight most of my whole child and adult life. And luckily for me, I've been on a path of progress with this, and you know, I'm a lot healthier than I was in different points in my life, but we'll talk about that at a later point in time. I'm going to do a video specifically for eating disorders. So I thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please hit the like button. I hate to be a broken record, but it helps me, and I want to continue to provide good quality content to you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon while you're at it. Oh, by the way, before I forget, the insurance policy that you can have to ensure that you're maintaining keto and following it to the best of your ability to make sure that you're on target so that you lose weight and not gain weight is that you weigh and measure your food. I know it's a bummer, but once you get into it, you get into a habit of doing it. There's no questions. And I know a lot of people on the internet that are keto people talk about, you know, that you could just eat whatever and that it's okay. Like, that's the impression that I've gotten. Like, don't count calories, don't measure stuff. But for me, you want to be honest with this. Like, and I'm giving you information based on my own experience. And my experience has been with this, we don't want to gain weight. And in order to prevent that, I recommend getting yourself, you can get fancy weight measuring cups, you can get dollar store measuring cups, you can get neutral measuring cups, and also a diet scale, like a food scale. And that'll help keep you honest. I mean, if you want to do this to lose weight, these are the best recommendations I can give based on my own personal experience. I'm really looking out for you and trying to bring you the best information so that you don't make the same mistakes that I made and go circling the drain round and around. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, and I want you to succeed at this. And easy does it, a day at a time. Over and out. Ciao for now, and I'll see you in the next video.